Hi and welcome. My name is Mark Alexa and today I will show you how to configure HSRP on your Cisco routers so you can make your network redundant. You might be asking yourself, why do I need my Cisco network to be redundant? The simple reason is that all devices, including Cisco devices, sometimes experience hardware failure. They are just devices like any other, like computers, they fail as well. And last thing you need in your business is for your IT devices to go down and the whole network to go down with it. So in this video, I will show you how to set up a redundancy in your network so you can avoid any downtime. Let's get to it. So as you can see, I've got very simple topology here with two routers, four switches, two of which are distribution layer switches, multi-layer switches, and access layer switches. I will be configuring HSRP protocol on distribution layer switches. Just to show you that actually nothing is configured just yet, I will just head over into one, which is a DSW over here, and I will just verify show standby, and nothing comes out. So basically it means that HSRP hasn't been configured at all. I will do the same with the other one, show standby, and yeah, the same output. Now I want to show you, because what basically the HSRP does is it elects which device will be routing traffic from different devices, from different computers, if you will. So first I will just check which devices are used by which computers. So now, for example, host 1, what I will do is just type in tracert. I will use tracert 172.16.1.2, and it takes the default gateway is for this computer 192.168.103. I will just verify it by typing out all, and yeah, indeed default gateway is 103. And for host 5, which is on the other side of the subnet, I will do the same thing. So IP config all, and I'm getting default gateway 100.4. So DSV, I believe, is IP interface brief. Yep, that's the one. So host 1, which is this one, uses DSW1, and host 5, which is on the other side of the subnet, is using DSW2. Okay, so I will first see which VLANs. Actually, it's I can see it right there. VLAN 100 is actually being used. Okay, so what I can do, I can just head over that interface VLAN 100, and I will start configuring what I need to configure. So first I will just specify standby, which basically means the HSRP protocol. On Cisco devices, if you want to configure HSRP protocol or enable HSRP, you need to use the keyword standby. Standby, I will use the group number 100. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's just a process number, nothing else. And I will specify the priority 90. Yeah, by default it's 100, so the lower the better priority the device has, or better precedence. Standby 100 preempt, like this. Preemption, what it does basically, it tells the router or it tells the device, yeah, when to switch back from standby to active, and the other device as well. It basically checks when is the right time, when it should switch from one mode to another. Because if you don't specify, if you just leave it out and don't specify preemption, basically the device won't be checking if it's supposed to go back, if it's supposed to resume normal operation. Preempt. And finally, what I need to specify is the virtual IP address 192.168.100.254. this IP address, this gateway needs later on I will be defining on individual computers, because they need this default gateway as a default gateway. So that's that. And now I will do pretty much the same thing on the other distribution layer switch. The VLAN int VLAN 100 standby 100 preempt standby 100 priority. I can leave it on 100. It's actually default, so it wasn't really necessary for me to actually specify it. And IP, and again it needs to be the same one, so 192.168.100.254, like that. It's nice. So now, as I said before, I need to make sure that all the hosts, they have the same default gateway, because at the moment it's using the default gateway of those distribution layer switch, but if it goes down, it needs to use the virtual IP address. So I will just change it, ipconfig DG, which is default gateway, and 192.168.100.254. And I think I can just copy paste it. Config, I'll do the same on this one. 4 and 5. I will just verify that actually the change has taken place. ipconfig all, and yes, indeed the change has taken place. Okay, and now what I can do, I can simply check which device is being used to route traffic to the router, yeah, from host 1. Okay, so it's trace set. I think it should be still the same. It should be still DSW1. Let me just double check. 172.16.1.2. Okay, so host is using actually the other one. He's using 100.4, which I believe is this one. Do show IP interface brief. That's right, it's using DSW2. And let's go over to host 5, and I can do the same, trace set 172.16.1.2. Okay, so both are using the same. Both of them, both the hosts 1 and 2, they're using DSW2. So what I can try now, I can simply disable that VLAN 100 or disable that interface, and what should happen is DSW1 should take over its job. So basically it means no downtime or absolute minimum downtime. Interface VLAN 100 shut down. And what I should be seeing is actually for this switch to go from standby to active, and we can see indeed it has happened. The switch detected that the other switch is disabled, or is just there's some kind of failure, and it took over its job. It switched itself from a standby into active, and on the other switch I should be seeing that it went from active to standby. Okay, let me just see. Do show standby. Okay, and for some reason it says in it, it should be saying standby. Do show standby. Active. Oh, they both have the same priority. I may have made a mistake here. Active priority 90. Oh, it says 100 here, so that's fine. But what I don't understand, why is it saying in it? It should be saying standby, not in it. It probably does actually what it's supposed to do. Let me check. 172. Yeah, so the traffic is being routed through 100.3, which is DSW1. That's fine. Let's see host number 5. Yep, 100.3, which is DSW1. So basically, even though the DSW2 should be saying standby, not in it, but it does the job well. DSW1 actually took over its job, and I think there was absolutely no downtime. Yeah, which is very important in businesses. Let's face it. So now what I can do is just re-enable the interface again, and what should happen, DSW1 should go back into standby, and DSW2 should go back to active. Okay, so the interface is up. I can see it when this is yep, init active. Here I'm seeing, yes, that actually HSRP went from speak to standby. This is what I needed to see. Yes, and now we will check which path the packet takes when it tries to reach the internet or the router. And we can see again it's taking 100.4, and I will check the other one, and need 100.4. So basically we have successfully configured both devices, both distribution layer switches, to do what we needed to do. Basically implement redundancy. So if either one goes down, the other device will take over its job, and business can keep being operational. Great stuff. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.